Alrighty guys, we are back with more Monkey Hero Adventures. We were in Korthus with the Stinian Alphino searching for Lady Iceheart or Resale last time we were here. And yeah, we also grabbed some of these quests over here for our Aether Currents. And we've been using our compass as we go. As you can see, our next one is to the northwest. So we're going to pick up our story quest, or actually we're going to do our... grab our 3 Aether Currents and our story quests all at the same time. We're going to do them all at the same time, turn them all in at the same time. Kind of, you know, make sure everything's going good. Alright, oh, and this one also is going to give us one. So, there we go.
If we are to lure our foes to our position, then we must find a means of producing a signal of purple hue. As it so happens, I once heard the tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of a woolly yak onto his campfire. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also described in detail how the smoke from the smothered flames was tinged a deep violet. You are a monster hunter of some note, are you not, Monkey? It should prove a trifling task for you to procure a number of hides. We may need to burn more than one ere the heretics notice our beacon. Master Alphino, you and I shall gather wood for the fire. Aye, it will take both of us to find enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again at the Dreaming Dragon, for the fruits of our labor.
Alright, so I gotta kill yaks, I gotta kill some bears, I gotta kill some rooms, I gotta speak with Nadine. I don't know where Nadine is. Nadine's way up here. Oh, that's for opening up that optional dungeon, which is also, again, going to give us the Aether Current. So, yeah. So let's just start here. Remember, the stuff in Heavensward had considerably more health than the stuff in A Realm Reborn back in the day. Oh, you know what? Why do I not have Monkeypox out with me? Come on now. I'm playing like a noob. Bears are done. Let's see, we come up here. Alright, 4:30 to the west, and this is where our yaks are. And we opened up a new location. No, we won't be able to finish this fate, but these are lower level Woolyiaks, and they're still going to give us credit for what we need, so kill a couple here. And we'll also be able to, get a little bit of rewards. Because we're already here. Alright, now we're in synced again. Let's see, northwest. 275 northwest. There it is. And there's the Stinian and Alphino ready for us to see. Got a little experience there.
It would seem that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Alphino. His must be a privileged upbringing. Have you the hides we need?
Yep, here you go.
Ah, I should have known it would be you. Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent. Now, tell me why you are here.
We wish to speak to you.
So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion. If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest. Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me. That which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress. 'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elizan tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin. A war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva. While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm, Hraesvelgar, in particular so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster. In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elizan is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither. Such melancholy musings plagued Hraesvelgar, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity. Though loath to perform the deed, Hraesvelgar ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound. In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted. Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart. Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
Good gods!
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the Eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels, and the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgr instead? He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him. Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgr resides.
Is aught amiss, my friend? I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while, and should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
All right. You are Monkey, yes? Pray address me as ye sail, if you wish. 'Tis passing strange, is it not, that fate should bring us together thus? Never did I think to walk alongside the warrior of light, but history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way into Dravania, then? The chill of the western highlands is unrelenting, and I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the chocobo forest. Oh no! I've been having some issues with their servers. It looks like we got kicked out. We might get kicked all the way out. We did. Alrighty, don't worry, we are getting logged right back in. Alright, so they are over there in Dravania. My compass does not sense any... Really? Oh wow, they drastically took the number of currents out to make this quicker. That's awesome. Alright, let me talk to these people and turn this stuff in real quick so I can have the rest of them, and then we will go into Dravania real quick. Yeah, there used to be 10 Aether currents you found with your compass, and 5 for the quest on each one. Sorry about that little hiccup there. Alright. This is Dusk Vigil. If you remember, we were up here to talk to Nadine about the recovering the artifact from in here.
Now, unfortunately, this is not a main scenario. This isn't actually a optional dungeon. What's this? A word of House Fortemps wishes to enter the Dusk Vigil. You are aware that the ruins are infested with wild beasts, and gods only know what else, are you not? Why, just the other day, one of the convictors claimed to have seen a massive winged beast. Not a dragon, mind, but something altogether different. But far be it from me to deny any esteemed patronage the opportunity to kill himself in new and exciting ways. Pray go on ahead. So I will go ahead and just queue that up regular. And whenever it pops, and I will turn these in to the people back here. And then we will be on our way to Dravania. And the next time I come here, I will be able to fly, and we will, as a matter of fact, there's really no reason to turn these in right now. Let's just head over to Dravania and continue on with the quest. I can do these off the recording. Let's continue with the story. If the dungeon pops, the dungeon pops, and I'll turn these in later and get my flying in this area. Here we go. New area. Get a little narration by our boy Edmont.
Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som-Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
Look at that, we can see our first one right up there. Let's speak to Isael. We now stand on the threshold of Dravania. The path to Som-Al will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest's branches. It will be a long and demanding journey. Might I suggest we take our rest at the village up ahead, and see that we are properly provisioned? There is a village here, but I thought these lands to be the sole domain of the dragonkind. Why would anyone choose to live in such a perilous place? The wild chocobos. Tailfeather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling the beasts. Their leader, Marchant, is an acquaintance of mine. Being a gregarious sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival. He will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objections.
Only to this ceaseless chatter. If we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do it before Ishgard burns. I mean, fair enough. Oh, wow. That was, yeah. This is the Dravanian forelands here. Oh, get away from me, flea. Nobody wants to mess with you. Beautiful area there, the wild chocobos. Looks like we're in the middle of a dust storm right now. So it's so... Yeah, there you go. So you can see it now. That's so gray and dark. Oh, wow. I leveled up just from... Yep. I think it might be about time for us to do a job quest stream. Maybe our next one will be getting as many of those ninja quests done as we can to get some of these abilities. Well, tan my hide and call me a Leatherface. We have visitors. Oh, if it ain't the lovely Lady Assail. It's been too long, girl. That it has, Marchamp, that it has. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to Salmal. Might we stay in Tailfeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Of course, of course. Stay as long as you like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. The dragons have been absolutely bleeding murderous of late. Forgive me, sir, but I'm not sure I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Bother us? Did Assail not explain things to you, boy? You've seen them towering callum trees, haven't you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And, as you'd expect, the local wildlife's canny enough to stay beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere, and we can do ours in peace. I see. Thank you for the explanation. You're welcome. Now, I know it won't stop Assail here, but dragons ain't the only things you need to keep an eye out for, especially if you're set on heading west. So we got an 8th current quest. I see you've been making the rounds, getting to know the hunters in these parts. Well, how'd you like to help a real hunter? I'm overseeing 3 camps set up to the east. The lazy sods ain't sent me a report in over a fortnight, and I'm too bleeding busy to play messenger. You look right fierce enough to get the information out of them. It's a simple job that'll earn you some coin. Can't rightly say no to that. If that tickles your fancy, then you'll need to talk to the leaders of each camp. Leonulf, Gunart, and Ambert. Hear what they have to say and get back to me when you're done. Okay? Story quest. I dare say you're wondering what could possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I'll tell you. The Bloody Nath. They're what you might get if you crossed an antling with a megala crab and taught the thing how to walk on 2 legs. They never used to stray far from their hives out of fear of the dragons, but they've gotten a lot more aggressive of late, sending out war parties for moms in all directions. They've even taken to harassing the Dravanians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. And when they venture into the forest, which is more and more, by the way, they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it'd be getting closer to the Nath's home territory. What do you think, Ysayle? Twould seem that much has changed in Dravania. The Nath weren't wont to cause such strife when I lived here. You lived here, in Dravania? Aye. 'Twas in the time following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew naught of the paths of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protection of its boughs. That's when I chanced upon Hraesvelgr. He had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not contend with the sight of the majestic worm, nor the vision of the past his presence visited upon me. Thankfully, Marcheshant found me my unconscious form at the edge of the trees and nursed me back to health, and in Tailfeather I remained for some time. Hence your familiarity with the locals. But I interrupted you. You were saying these Nath were once a peaceful people. Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are a fiercely territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of their homeland, however, they are rarely hostile indeed. We were even able to trade with them on occasion. They have changed, then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbush or some roundabout route. I say we make straight for Samal and crush any unruly insect we meet underfoot. A more direct path, then. Very well, let us follow the trail west into the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there we should have a fair view of the road that leads to Samal, shall we? Yes, we shall. But first, we got a Dusk Vigil to do. And we're doing it with other people. Hey, look at that. See that big old griffin bird over there? And we'll meet up back with him again.
Tell you what, this guy is really annoying. But I've been lucky so far. He hasn't picked me for any of this garbage. Probably can't see me because I'm all in white. Yeah, if we just, if the other guys just attacked the boss and didn't worry about the ad guys, he'd be dead already. But that's okay. And here comes the griffin again. Hey, broke the statue. Ooh, that's what they want right there. Look at that jewel. They started without me. That's right. I'll still end up doing the damage. Well, it is harder to do if I'm not, can't hit anybody. See, I made it back to top. It's all good. Alright, we made it. Alright, so that's done. Okay. Now we will continue on our story, and we'll pick up our... Is this a thing, or is this another... Oh, this is the second part of the sightseeing log. Alright. So as you can see, we cannot go straight left because there's a giant wall there, so you have to go up and around. Move up that thing? No. Okay. Well, I guess I just have to go the long way. There are a lot of these little long ways in here. That's why when you get flying, it's really nice. Alright, here's the first guy we gotta talk to for old thing. Are things going well enough? Been running a little bit of trouble with these giant bugs in the woods, though. Okay. Yeah, you mean the giant fleas? Yeah, I can imagine. That's probably a problem. Did we didn't... Okay, we did. Okay, I couldn't remember if we, Ooh. Red chokies. Can you get up there this way? I cannot remember. I don't think you get up there this way. I think you have to go all the way around. Oh, wait. Right here. I think I can get up this way. Okay, look. Oh, yeah. There we go. Right behind the flea. I'll bet you how's things going. Nothing much out of the ordinary here. There's just one bird that won't shut up. Haven't been able to catch a wink for its bloody screeching. Okay. There that way. Is it all the way back around the back here? It looks like it. No. I think it's... Oh, no. It's over here in the front. Sorry. Sorry, the lay of the land is... it's been a while since I've been here. And, didn't have to, you know... And I couldn't fly, so... Here's the story part right here. Can't get up there either. I gotta go all the way around here? Okay. Here we go. Some bandersnatches. Had ourselves a bit of incident the other day. Some fiend came stomping out of the trees and gobbled up one of our fresh-caught birds. Wasn't a damn thing we could do about it. If we're going to keep in this area, we'll need some extra hands. You tell Chief that. And I'll let him know all that stuff when I go back to Tailfeather next. Right now, I got some Eighth Occurrence and some story to do. Should be coming into view. It's probably in the middle of the lake there, isn't it? There it is. The next one is way to the west, so that's where we're going anyway. Yeah, they did a really good job at, even before they lowered it to 5, which I did not know they did. It was 10 before. They did a really good job, but they repositioned them to line them up with the story quest. You didn't have to really go too far out of your way. Because before, oh man, they were all over the place. area here. Should we chance to meet Marchamp again, remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect the Nath, I doubt we would be standing here. Amid ruins that I would tentatively describe as Ishgardian, the style, if not quite identical, betrays a definite resemblance. You have a scholar's eye, Master Alphino. This structure is, in fact, over 1,000 years old. It is a remnant of the age when our ancestors and Dragonkind lived together in peace. You claim this is evidence of your harmonious past. I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics in honor of your Dravanian masters. This rubble inspires no such awe in me. Stubborn fool. How desperately you cling to the false teachings of your beloved Holy See. Enough, both of you. You threaten the success of our mission with this incessant squabbling. Monkey, pray reason with these two. Our goals are the same. Quite. Lest you forget, our goal is to prevent a war which will claim the lives of Dravanians and Ishgardians alike. If we are to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Monkey's gift. In time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Estinian. You would have me keep my counsel until Monkey's visions confirm the truth. Very well, but bait me not. Our meeting with Hraesvelgr will likely provide the catalyst Monkey's gift requires, as it did mine. Let us press on. Spy you the 3 great towers to the west. Ishgardians know them as Annex Shrine. The place serves as a roost for Hraesvelgr's lesser kindred. If we were to reach the peak of Samal, then we must first beseech these dragons to open the way. But do not be disheartened. The one who leads them is a friend. Or rather, more concern is the disposition of the Nath. Let us survey the approach to the towers and see if the path is clear. Yeah, what appears just like taking us straight to the Aetherites, which is really nice. It's an area over there with all the stuff. That's the Nath little village there. Their home fortress. The bridge might be too close. Yeah, it's definitely not the bridge. Tis I feared. The road ahead is teeming with Nath soldiers. Marchand did not exaggerate then. These beastmen have grown brazen indeed. If they would threaten the dragon so openly, do they intend to assault the lair itself? I pray they do not. Mighty though the Dravanian friends are, they are yet vulnerable to the Nath's muskets.
This is no route save the one before us. There is no route. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. It looks like the other ones are a little bit off the beaten path here, but that's okay, because I think we're going to have to do some stuff here that takes us over there, probably. Oh, hello, guys. I take no pleasure in killing the Nath. 'Twas to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join you on this journey. Well, it cannot be helped. We may proceed into the courtyard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance on your back, dragoon. On my word to the Warrior of Light, I shall start no fight. Only finish it. You are truly beyond salvation. Come then.
Vidofnir!
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a Nath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
Dear Vidofnir, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight. Thou wouldst have father admonish his brood brother.
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye?
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
You forget yourself, sir. We are here on a mission of peace.
My sire's will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
Vidofnir, please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Hraesvelgar in person, with words of our own choosing. Grant us this favor, and open the way to Som Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one. But I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here and protect my kin from the Nath's god.
The Nath have summoned a primal.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task? To succeed where dragons have failed? 'Tis beyond thee, mortal. But thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
It would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. Why must our every bid for peace breed yet more war?
That is a good question. As it so often does. So the Nath have summoned their god, and thus is the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. Are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought you would applaud them. Oh, sorry. Are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought you would applaud them for summoning a primal to further their own ends. After all, you did. I did not reach out to Saint Shiva to further my own ends. I desired her strength only to forge anew the peace between man and dragon. What a fool I am to speak of peace to you, a bloodthirsty savage who murders without thought or compunction. Enough! Enough, I say. If the Nath have truly brought forth the deity from the Aether, we must face it together or watch our hopes fall apart. All now rests upon this primal's defeat. But ere we think of confronting it, we must first study its origins. What is the nature of this god? What manner of faith sustains its existence? My apologies. You are right, of course. Let us return to Tailfeather and consult with Marchand. He knows more of the Nath and their culture than most. But before we do... definitely a tune. So they've got all the issues, but none of them thought to ask me for help? Do you think I'll bite their heads off or something? At any rate, I'd best prepare to round up the birds for each camp. Thanks again for your help, friend. Say, since you already stuck up an acquaintance with my people and all, maybe you'd be willing to lend them a hand. Seems they talk of their troubles readily enough. Oh ho, back already? Oh, shoot. Well, let's tell him what happened. Summoned a primal, you say? 7 hells. Well, I don't bugger all about Nath religion, but if I'm honest, beyond their trading habits, they never seem much point in asking. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time, we barter with a small hive to the north and west of here. Outcasts from the main tribe, from what I understand. I reckon they'd be willing to tell you a bit from themselves, but if you give them the right incentives. This sounds promising. And what exactly would a Nath consider to be the right incentives? Oh, nothing your average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or two, but seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores amongst yourselves.
You want a good-sized jar of land trap nectar, a basket of callum tree fruit, and always a Nath favorite, a generous portion of young Nonka flesh. I shall gather the fruit. Leaping the towering lower branches of these forest giants should present little challenge to me. Then I shall collect the nectar with Master Alphinaud's arcane assistance. That leaves you to bring home the meat. You'll need to carve it from the smaller Nonkas that live in the rivers. 3 big hunks should be enough, I reckon. Once you got everything together, you'll need to set it down at what we call the trading post. Here, I'll mark the spot on your map for you. You've been most kind, Master Marchant. Well then, let us to attend to our respective tasks and reconvene at the trading post. I need hardly add that the last one there is a rotten Nonka egg. And unfortunately, the long road around because, well, can't fly yet. Did I see that right? Is there only 4 here? I feel like I must have seen that wrong. There are only 4 here, huh? I know where they're at. One of them's near the Nath thing, and one of them is over there towards the exit, it looks like. Were there only 4 in the other one? And I just didn't notice. Oh, there were only 4. Huh. Okay. Wow. And the third little Nonka. Now, gotta take it to the trading post. Whoa, get out of here, tree. So this little trading post area up here, with these extra Nath, they're called, well, I think you're gonna learn. They're called the Vath, and they actually become one of the Beast Tribe quests that you can do. Of course, we're not doing those in this playthrough, but yeah. I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the land traps, though I would not have known how to harvest it without Ishel's help. Do you have the Nonka meat? Of course I do. Splendid. I shall put this with Estinian's fruit and assemble a suitably generous-looking hamper for the Nath. Good. Well, everything appears to be in order. Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offerings at the trading post as instructed. Were I of the Nath, I think I would be suitably impressed.
Well, how long must we wait? Should we have sent a signal or some such? Calm yourself, Master Alphino. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. Click, click. Long has it been since hunters came last to trade, bearing gifts that fill the air with such delightful scents. Land-trap nectar, callum tree fruit, and nonka flesh! What delectable food you have brought for us. Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Click, click. Come, hunters. Come to our hive, if you would trade. Cramped and stifling our homes are, but the rancid incense keeps the dragons at bay. Cramped, stifling, and horribly smelly. But better to live in stench than cracked and crunched by dragon jaws, yes? Come, come, it is not far. Your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to a chosen leader in words, for we are Vath. We are the non-mind. Welcome to our hive, hunters. You have brought delicacies much sought after by our people, and we are much pleased. What would you have in return? Honored Elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us into your home and for accepting our humble offerings. My companions and I come in search of knowledge, specifically knowledge of your people's god. Knowledge alone? What strange hunters you are. But if it is words you desire, then words you shall have. We are the Vath, the non-mind, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tale of the Nath's god, of the god of the One Mind, summoned into our midst. The One Mind? These are the Nath who reside in the main colony. Yes, they are one, connected. But let us begin the story at its beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky and into the hive, where it was swarmed by my brethren. And with spear and spell and musket the dragon was slain.
'Twas likely one that had fled battle with my kinsmen. I should commend you for finishing the job.
Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The One Mind would always cower when their winged shadows passed over the ground, but no longer. They had learned that the battle-weary Dravanian was easy prey. Thus did the One Mind decide to heed the words of the black-robed man. The One Mind would call forth our god and unleash his blades upon the dragons. Dravanian lands would become Nath lands, and even larger would grow our domain. But our god ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards for this war. We of the Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence. Alright, Nath Fleetfoot, looks like we got... Oh, yep. Though we hear not each other's thoughts, generous hunter, you somehow know that we need help. Our weapon stocks are wanting. We need more. I would make a request of you. Please bring us muskets with which to defend ourselves. You can take them from the Nath nearby. 2 would be sufficient. I call upon the power of a primal for the greater good, conscious all the while that I do so at grave cost to the land. I reason that it is a necessary evil and willingly shoulder the burden of my sin.
In suggesting that such crimes can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much. But you must surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Nath. They summon their deity for no greater purpose than to expand their dominion. To a scion of the Seventh Dawn, one sworn to eliminate the primal threat, the distinction you draw seems questionable at best. But the fact remains that my own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I at least understand them. Not so the Nath, as you so rightly put it. If they truly seek naught but territorial gain, I cannot conclude that they are ignorant of the rituals of the ruinous consequences of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer the primal is suffered to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. How lightly you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphino, a being of whom we know naught. Has it occurred to you that this may be sending the Warrior of Light to his death? No, You have the right of it, Estinian. It should seem it is I who am guilty of presuming too much. Pray forgive me, monkey. I don't fear this dude at all. Wait, monkey, need not face this foe alone. Like him, I am blessed with the Echo's protection, and may do battle with without the fear of primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Ha! Do you truly imagine yourself a second Warrior of Light? Remind me, how many primals have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters. We know not where this god resides or how to challenge it, unless you mean to pray until it appears. Estinian makes a valid point. Let us speak with the Vath and learn how best to secure an audience with the deity. In this, at least, I may be of assistance. The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. We are Vath. We are the non-mind. We do not hear the one-mind's thoughts. We cannot predict their will. Put this idea from your minds, generous hunters. If you meet with their god, then he will have your souls. Surely you are not so generous as that. You wish to meet our god? Offer yourself as sacrifice, and you will soon be brought before him. We would mourn the loss of such generous hunters, however. You are generous hunters, yes? Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all Vath to enjoy. Maybe you could bring us just one more? We are very fond of Nonka fresh. Yes, the meat of a young Nonka would make a fine repast. Not really sure why I decided to grab two, but whatever. They're both here now.
I always forget you gotta go all the way around. But I believe this will be our last quest for this video. It is going a little long. And in the next video, we should be able to maybe confront and fight this deity. We do enjoy our Nanka flesh. Have you been out hunting yet? Hey, Herman, here's some more. Another gift for the Vath, so unexpected. Yes. You will have more of the words your strange hunters hunger for. Listen now. The senses of the one mind are enmeshed by the overmind. What one sees, all see. What one feels, all feel. Alert a single Nath, and the whole hive is alerted. To reach our god undetected is all but impossible. The Vathar want to allude to certain concepts without explanation, but I believe I am beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like overmind sits at the center of the Nath society, and its presence somehow allows its subjects to communicate without need of word or gesture. These Nath, the ones who inhabit the larger hive, are known as the One Mind, and it was by their combined will that the Primal was summoned. Those who reside in the smaller hive, however, are the Vath, or the non-mind, who, for reasons who yet escape me, seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond that connects their Nath counterparts. Thus are the Vath ignorant of the One Mind's thoughts and intentions, and of the nature of their god. In summary, we have wasted our time. Not so. Perilous though it may be, the Vath did furnish us with one certain method of approaching the Primal. As sacrifices. Should we allow ourselves to be captured in the environs of the colony, the Nath will bring us before their deity and make us sacrifice of our souls. Alright. Well guys, that is going to be it for this one. We're going to pick up right where we left off next time. And I hope you enjoyed it. We are getting into this. Heavensward, don't mess around. There ain't no slow story on this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.